Hey, this is Doug, a local beekeeper. He has bees out here. And we're gonna do a whole playlist of beekeeping all throughout the season, and Doug's the expert, so he's gonna lead it, but I'll be filming it. So I'll let Doug introduce himself and let you guys know what he's up to.
Doug Shaw, roaming bee apiary here in Conover, North Carolina. We've got a nice strong hive here. We put double brood box on about a month ago. It was a swarm we caught, and now it's full. We're going to split it and make 2 hives. Hope we get some honey from it this year. That's what we're going to do right now.
Alright, Doug, why are you smoking the bees? In case no one knows.
We're just letting them know that we're coming in. See when there's smoke to go start filling up on honey, and that makes them a little slower and less active, so they're a lot nicer to work with. In other words, you don't get stung quite so much. We're going to look through here. These guys have got comb, and they're really going quite strong. We'll get this off the frames first.
So this swarm was from an oak tree that's been swarming for how many years?
Probably 20 years
Yeah.
now.
So those are bees that survived on their own in the oak tree for 20 years. That's pretty rare.
Very rare. And they are very strong, active bees. This is right full of honey.
Wow, they've been doing work.
Yes, looking good. Now we're looking for some brood here and some eggs, because we want them to be able to make a queen when we make our split. But we also want to make sure the queen is down, and that is beautiful. That really is outstanding. That queen has laid this brood box right full.
Yeah.
All around the outside here is capped honey. That's their stores. Right here in the middle, this light tan is all cells full of bees. These are your new bees coming out. I don't see any drones, just completely worker bees. This is going to be a very, very strong hive soon.
I've never seen that pattern of capped honey so nice around the brood.
This is perfect. I don't think you get a better laying queen anywhere.
That's
Right,
strong
there's a
genetics.
drone.
Yeah. I'll point the drone out again.
Right here is the drone.
Yeah. The drone is a male bee.
We'll be needing drones when we make the split. They're going to make themselves a new queen, and after 16 days they hatch out, and then they fly out and was mated with the drones. Keep the genetics of the queen that we have in here, because I don't see too many queens that do quite the job that this one has done.
Yeah, that's amazing. I've never seen this hive that strong before.
And this has only been here about, what, 4 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think a month. I've filled that entire box in a month.
Both of them. The bottom box too. Now I'm looking for the queen. We want her on the bottom box because we want to do the split with this one. A little bit buzzy. Here's another frame that's picture perfect.
That pattern is awesome.
hope we can get a whole line of these queens going. Now they've got, here's some new larvae here. Don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's some larvae in here. And
Let me get that.
see if you can see eggs in there. But the queen is laid in there within the last week, probably. Really looks nice. I gotta say, that's about the prettiest capped honey and capped brood. Okay. Now as we get closer to the outside edge, they put more and more honey in, and you can see the patch is smaller. They shape it like a football. I think there's eggs in there. Can you see little pieces of rice down in there?
There's definitely larvae, and then small larvae, and
Well, Casey's eyes are better than mine.
look into the sun. Yeah, there's day olds.
Yep. Okay, we're good. That's probably what they'll use to make the queen cells from. This one's almost all stores. Now this is plastic foundation with wax coating on it. And they've drawn all this out. And this is right full of honey. And the top is all capped. These guys are all set for winter. Unbelievable.
That's insane how much they've done. It's probably mostly clover and tulip trees, you think?
Probably more clover than anything.
Yeah. The color looks like clover.
Now this frame right here was one we just put in the other day because they ate all the wax up off the other one, so we put this one in. And they've got this almost drawn out. They are working little bees.
That's like 2 days of work.
Yeah. I didn't see the queen.
Yeah, I didn't see her either.
I'm pretty sure she's down on the bottom. Now we're going to take and separate this. Now we're going to cover these guys right up. We're going to take them to a different location. We're going to put 2 supers on here to give this original hive a good place to build in. So when you slide the knife down through, it cuts the...
Oh, this is to cut the... Okay, that makes sense.
They build it out just a little bit more.
Yeah. So fruit flavored honey is good though.
Yep.
What's that?
Okay, we're done here. Split the other half, the top part. Set that up, and that'll be a new brood box with a new batch, and hopefully the same genetic queen that we have in this one, because we really like this one.
So we're taking the developing part of the hive here with the eggs in it, and then we're going to move it to a different part on the property where they get away from the queen scent, and they'll take one of those eggs and turn it into a queen. Right?
Yep, that's correct. And we'll come back in about 10-12 days, take a look in there, and hopefully find a queen cell, of course. And we'll give you a look at what a queen cell looks like. And hopefully we'll be able to show you a new queen in about 30 days.
Just time lapse this thing. I'm going to set it in the front.
Yeah, we need to set it in the front. That's good.
This is a good box. It's like 60 pounds, maybe more.
You can. Okay, we've got our hive set up. We've got a screen bottom. We've got medium on top with 10 frames for the bees to work on. We've got a feeder in the front. We've got a reducer so that they don't have to spend so much time guarding. But we have a lot of bees. Bit confused where to go right yet. But they're getting there. As soon as they pick up the pheromone scent and they realize that's the opening, they start heading right in.
Yeah, I think they figured out where to go pretty quick.
Yep, they do like a little sugar water. So we'll feed them for probably a week to keep them happy. They certainly don't need it, but they've got a lot of stores there. Yep, they're going right in. There you have it.
You can see them fanning there too.
Yep, they're letting everybody know this is the way to go.
So they're fanning like that, if I remember correctly, because they work mostly on scent.
Yep. This is a new spot. Everybody's got to get coordinated. Tomorrow morning they'll fly out and take a look around. How they do it, I don't know, but they'll find their location and look for some plants to get nectar and pollen from and come right back to this spot. That's how we do the splits. That was very successful because that was a very strong hive we had to work with. We've got the extra box on top, a medium, to give the bees some place to go and work. And soon they'll have that drawn out and full of honey. They're planning for the winter. We're kind of planning to take the honey, but like I said before, 16 days we should have a new queen, and now we'll have 2 hives to work with, and if all goes well, next spring we can split again and we'd have 4 hives to go into next summer with. So let's hope for it, and thank you for watching us. And we will be back with more stuff, more information for you throughout the year. Get you started in beekeeping. Thank you. How I got into the beekeeping business. My wife's father was a beekeeper, and she had some old equipment, and she used to keep bees. We had a bee flying around out there one day, so we decided we'd get us a couple hives. It was so much fun, we got 2 more. Then a friend decided we should have 2 more, so now we got 6. We went into the winter with 6 and they did quite well, and it was really fun. So when they swarmed, we caught some more. Next thing you know, we had 12. And we've been doing beekeeping ever since, and we're up to about 35 hives now. We really enjoy it. We also enjoy selling the honey at the farmer's market because we get to meet a whole lot of new people. And we like to talk about bees and what the bees actually do for us. They pollinate about 70% of our crops, which helps feed us. Without bees, we'd probably starve to death. So that's our little story about beekeeping, and we're hoping that if we show you a little about beekeeping, you'll be able to keep a couple hives for yourself.